Hello and welcome to the Fools on a Hill podcast. I don't know what episode we are on. I am Cal and I have no bounds. But I do have two co-hosts in the form of Yanni and Liam. And I'm mighty glad to say that we are back.
What up?
Hello.
111 we're on.
What up?
That's an angel number, I think. So we all need to make a wish or something. I don't know what you do with angel numbers. You don't.
Angel numbers. I'm glad to be back. How are we?
Glad to be back.
Do you know what?
Glad
It
to be
feels
back.
like we've barely even spoken in the group chat lately. Not barely, but like less than we normally do.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a shame.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Not
How do we
much.
speak to people?
I tell you what, though, go on. I'll talk about myself first.
Lovely.
Because,
Go on.
I very rarely do. Karis and I have bought what might possibly be the best thing we have ever bought this week. Black Friday sale.
You've bought Black Friday sale. Wow.
No. A robot Hoover.
I swear to God I was going to say Roomba. And I'll tell you why.
We didn't go full Roomba.
I'll tell you why. Lydia was just speaking to her auntie who has just bought one. So as you were saying that, I was going to say a Roomba because it was on my mind. That is some purchase, that.
Mate. Changed our lives.
Can we see it?
No, it's downstairs. I'll send a picture, and if you want to edit it over, you can.
No.
Yeah. So we have two cats who kindly broke a vase yesterday. Normally that would be a big hoo-ha, making sure there's no little shards left.
Mm-hmm.
We've called him Groomio after from the TV show Plebs, if either of you have seen. He's a servant, so it felt right. Also the best character. And then Karis decided to break a glass tonight. Spilled apple juice all over the rug in the living room. That's why I was a little bit late, because I didn't budget my time for that. While I was making tea and having a cack. So yeah, big up Groomio.
We love groomers.
We love you. We love you. Liam is a groomer. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's been my week. I am besotted with a bit of machinery.
Aren't we all in some way or another?
Wow.
I just want to. So it really does do the job.
It does. It's a little bit thick when you send it home. It's trying to find its docking station, and it's like not in the right room because it can sense where it needs to go, but doesn't have the emotional capacity to get out the door first. But yeah, it's great. It works with Alexa. You can be like the A word. There we go. If you can hear that, start Groomio, and it'll start going.
So, and is it also on like a cycle of some sort, like a schedule?
You can schedule it, but we'll just put it on in the evening. It's not like it really takes up much of our time, is it?
And then it just
Noisy.
cuts about.
Yeah, it just cuts about. To answer your question, Yanni, it's not noisy apart from when it goes back to the dock, and then it like gets rid of all the dust from what it's in, and then it goes into the dock. You only have to empty that once a month as well, which apparently. But then it just sounds like a normal Hoover, so it's not really loud. And yeah, it just cuts about doing its thing. When it goes from hard floor to carpet, it has like a little thing where it like elevates itself.
Nice.
So you don't even need to worry about it. And then you get notifications on your phone when it's stuck on something. It's great.
So is it on like some sort of timer,
That's what it says.
or do you have to tell
needs
it?
help.
Do you need to tell it to go back to bed?
I don't actually know the extent of that. We just, when we feel like it's done, we have just put it back. But I don't know if it will like say, yeah, fuck off now, I'm tired.
So you've not had to pull out a proper Hoover since you had it?
No, we have. We've only had
upstairs.
it like 4. We haven't. No, we could do it upstairs as well, but we've obviously got to put it there ourselves. Which, fucking first world
Doesn't
problem.
feel like-
Downstairs.
Yeah,
No,
you need to get a lift installed.
I know. So we haven't hoovered the stairs since having Groomio, but that'll be the only thing we need the Hoover for. I know. Very little grabs. It's only Tuesday.
Gross.
Came on Sunday, and it's only Tuesday. So yeah, that was fun.
Happy for you, mate. It's really great news.
Thanks.
Yeah, really hard. Weird.
Okay.
Yeah. Any of you buy anything for Black Friday?
No, to be honest.
I never
there
have
wasn't
money
anything
at
else.
this time of year.
Yeah, it's a shit time, and
It's
it
really
it's-
every single year. It's like I don't have spare money right now. If it happened like
Mm.
in the summer or something, I'd probably be able to get them. But
Yeah, especially with it being like 2 weeks before my birthday, I'll just get moaned at if I buy anything for myself. So it's great for people who buy me presents, I suppose, but not for me. Anything else been done in the last few weeks or
Well,
whatever?
we all went to the cinema, didn't we? I think we need to spend a little bit of time
we
about
do.
the
Go on.
greatest film of a period of time, called Saltburn.
Great stuff.
Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
Who's it starring?
Barry Keoghan.
Yep.
And Jacob Elordi. Oh, Lordy.
No, I'm going to say, I reckon you pronounce his name as Cohen.
No, he said
You
Keoghan.
definitely don't.
Keoghan.
Oh, you pronounce it every letter?
That's how he says it.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I've not heard him say it.
I would have gone with Kean.
Or
before.
yeah, maybe Kean, yeah.
But no.
You do say Keoghan, yeah. Wow.
Yep. But I said it.
I don't think you knew that, Yanni. I think you winged it there.
No, I definitely knew it.
Now we're YouTube boys.
Yeah,
big
Big
geeks.
YouTube boys.
I've been
Big
watching
geeks.
all of their interviews. Everyone's standing them.
Are we still doing that in 2023?
Yeah, I'll throw the word
Do you know, right? A lot of things to be said about this film, obviously. Spoilers, probably, moving
Bathtub.
forward. But like,
Been
right there.
the idea of stanning their relationship is very weird to me.
I
Because
think in real life, not the characters. I think that's what Leanne meant.
that's even stranger.
Leanne.
That's surely stranger. But like, it took me. I was reflecting on the film after the fact, obviously, because that's what you do. And it occurred to me that I don't think there was ever a point where Jacob's character returns any of that attraction or love or anything, other than just being kind of nice to him. And so, although it kind of feels the whole way as if there's this tension, this kind of relationship tension between the two of them, it's purely from Oliver's side, yeah. Which I thought was interesting because it doesn't. Because I guess the film is probably. I mean, obviously, there's a whole. He's retelling the story to her at the end, which is great, fucking great scene. So the whole film's essentially through his eyes, if you look at it like that. So although it feels like Jacob Lawley's, I can't remember what his name is. Do anyone remember what his name is? Anyway, although it feels like he's reciprocating that attraction, that love, whatever, I don't think he ever does.
We all made up.
I don't think he ever does.
Felix,
okay.
which makes sense. It's very, very much that type of character to be called Felix.
But also, like, and I feel like I've seen a bit of people talking about the whole. Rich people having not rich people as pets or toys, that kind of trope that's happens a lot in films and things like that. But also, I don't really feel like that was happening either.
No, it seemed until he went to the house and obviously things got a bit strange. It just did seem quite normal and genuine.
Yeah, genuinely quite like fine, and like it almost was again portrayed in the film. It made you feel like that was what was going on. You were waiting for the moment where they all pulled their little paw toys together, and like in the Always Sunny episode when they fall in love with the brother and sister. Do you know what I'm talking about? You kind of feel like you're waiting for that, and then you realise actually no, these people are rich and posh, but they're relatively not normal. Normal's definitely not the right word, but they are. That's not their intention anyway. What's weird is something that you're not expecting and is very under the skin. Weird.
Yeah.
From every side.
It really does kind of 180 very quickly.
Yeah, it's yeah. You can't really comprehend it in the moment, can you? I was thinking about it for so long afterwards.
Yeah, see, I've been trying to go back, and I know Yanni, you said that you could kind of see where it's going, but I was trying to look for think of cues in my head looking back on it where it would give it away. I don't know if I was just being thick or I was just engrossed in it or what. I didn't really see it coming at all until obviously
we're
the end.
We're referring to him kind of being after their money and their status sort of thing. So yeah, I saw it as the whole time he wanted to be part of that world, clearly, because he lied and he kind of almost was. It was that kind of, fairly middle class family. It turns out, which again was a great twist. But I didn't see that he was actively trying to facilitate that.
No, I agree.
Like when
Yeah.
Jacob Elordi's character died, obviously you don't know who it is because there was no shot of that scene happening. It was very kind of random and unexpected. And you're kind of thinking, was it him? But I just couldn't grasp at that point what he was gaining from doing that, considering he apparently loved him. It seemed like the main focus and the main drive or whatever for his character was trying to infiltrate him rather than his family and that house. But yeah, so many layers.
What was that?
I was waiting for something to happen like that, so maybe that's why I was more susceptible to.
Yeah, I was obviously waiting for it to. I knew there was going to be a twist of some variant, but I wasn't expecting the twist to be what it was. But I think in hindsight, it kind of does seem quite obvious. Which on replay value, I don't know if it will really work. But for the first time watching it, I thought the twist worked really well, to be honest. And
I definitely want to rewatch it. One,
Yeah.
because
I will. Yeah.
the acting's great. Two, it just looked amazing.
Yeah,
The whole
beautiful.
style of it was great. Just everything I want.
Absolutely. This was the first time I've really seen Barry Keoghan in anything, which is again to my detriment. I know I'm very bad at watching films.
Very much.
But yeah, I thought he was absolutely great, and I like Jacob Elordi.
He was great in it.
He's a good actor as well.
You should really watch Calm with Horses and Banshees of Inisherin.
Yeah, I really want to watch that.
Barry's great in both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has one of the best scenes in Banshees.
I think I've seen that scene.
That clip, yeah.
Yeah, I would have seen that.
It was that dream.
And I've seen his little cameo as what will probably, I don't know, certainly be the Joker, unless it's been confirmed. I don't know. But
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
all right, okay. But yeah, so he seems great.
Yeah, fantastic.
To be honest,
Really
I
good.
want to watch Killing of the Sacred Deer, because apparently that's the film that she saw, the director of Barry, and thought, I need to cast him in the film. So, and I've heard it's good anyway.
Very good film.
I thought, if I'm going to be very nitpicky, I thought his Scouse accent came in and out.
Well, I mean,
it seemed a bit pointless.
It was a bit Lancashire, though, isn't it? Because where was he from? Prescott.
Prescott, yeah.
Yeah, it's
but there seemed to. Yeah, but there was some Irish at the end, which I don't really think him being from Prescott added to the character. Like,
yeah, it was a strange choice. I definitely agree with that. Apart from it just being kind of far enough away.
Well, there's that, and Prescott is a nice part of that part of the world, I suppose. So, like, maybe you could
have pieced it together. I mean,
maybe.
yeah.
I don't know if that's what she was going for.
Also, if he would have said he's from Ireland, the whole like travelling to see his family would have been a bit more difficult.
Well, yeah. But...
So really, Hal,
he could have popped him on a ferry.
I mean, he could have been Irish that they just happened to live in Manchester. Do you know what I mean? No, no one's allowed to emigrate. No immigration. Not at all.
No.
Fair enough.
Close the borders.
I tell you who else I think's bloody great. Richard E. Grant.
Oh, fantastic! Yeah.
Have you ever watched his Instagram videos?
No.
He's off his nut, mate. You need to watch them after we're done.
He's just like the character in Saltburn.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. I don't think he was really playing a character. That scene, when they're all sat around the table after Felix has just died, was there's just so many good.
I looked at the whole karaoke scene where he's like, "Well, that's the best part." He's telling about, I don't even know the words.
Fantastic. It's
only so giddy about it.
It's only got 7.5 on IMDb, which I think is fucked up.
It's literally the reviews I've seen are Marmite. People either really like it or they just think it's just derivative shite, basically.
It's one of those films where I said this to Lydia afterwards. I said if it wasn't quite as graphic, maybe, which make like rewatching it loads a little bit more difficult. This feels like a film that I could watch every night. Like I'm not comparing it to this film, but Perks of Being a Wallflower when that came out, I watched that on repeat for like 2 weeks because it just kind of hooked me in a certain way. It like really kind of instantly captivating. And what's another film? I can't think. I had another film as an example, but I forgot what it is. But this very much feels like that, of just pure captivation and like another world that's so familiar but strange.
I feel like the more you watch the scenes that you're, not mentioning but referencing, I suppose, are you'll sort of become a bit what's the word, like, not immune,
numb to it.
Yeah,
they don't
I
turn
get
me
what
off
you're
in that
getting.
way. Like, I'm not actually bothered by
continue
them.
on.
I'm just
What are you
saying. I'm just saying, if this came out when I was like 15, like when I got hooked by Perks of Being a Wallflower, I would have
fucked you
watched it
up.
on repeat. Yeah, probably. It'd be a very different person.
Mm.
I mean, that film fucked me up, to be fair, Perks of Being a Wallflower. But that, I would have watched it on repeat, for sure. But also, I don't know if I could stomach that every single night. That's kind of what I'm trying to say. But
Yeah.
It's just, I've really come to appreciate the look of films and like good TV shows, and
Yeah.
just the way that this looked.
The
just really, I could watch it, like you say, every night.
the 4-3 was
I
a
don't-
fantastic choice.
I agree, and the soundtrack as well.
Oh, soundtrack was brilliant.
Really-
I love the setting. As I said it in the chat, like, it wasn't done in a way that's like pandering to
No,
nostalgia. It just seemed right, and
it
fit
did seem
really
right.
well.
Yeah, the song choices, the smoking in the pub, it just all seems
Yeah.
to just be.
Job money.
Yeah, it just all seemed so. I don't know, like nonchalant. That's not the word that I'm thinking
I know.
of.
Yeah, I
Like,
know what you mean. Though.
it's like it's not a thing. It's just it's just done well.
It
Matter of
kind of
fact
picked
about
the
it.
it picked the time period where like everyone remembers, but no one's ready to feel nostalgic for it yet. So it kind of felt like, oh, I wasn't prepared to kind of remember this time in the world in this way. Yeah, very very weird. Yeah, the
Yeah,
music and stuff's great.
genuinely nearly cried when This Modern Love by Block Party came on. That was a
Yeah,
very
really good.
very good moment for or for myself.
The Time to Pretend scene's very good as well.
Oh yeah.
Not
Very
wrong.
very good.
That's one of those songs that like I don't listen to often, and every time
Oh,
anytime
mate,
it
it's
comes
so-
on,
so
it's
hard.
just like, oh, this song's amazing.
But genuinely, the whole way through that film, I was in both equal measures smiling the whole way, in either like shock or just funny or whatever, and also holding my breath the entire time. Like literally, when it went black at the end, I went, an actual like I felt like I'd been holding my breath the entire time.
Personally, I think it could have been a bit shorter, just ever so slightly. It kind of did feel like it was kind of like, I don't know if it was like too long leading up to the twist or what, but I mean, I know I'm very nitpicky with the length of things. We're talking of the length of things.
I think that just to tie it off, I think that the twists and stuff came often enough that I didn't really feel like it was dragging at any point. I've seen some people criticise the kind of him at the end recapping everything he's done.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. What do you think about? Like, obviously, I know you need to not see it on screen for it to be a twist, but it kind of just seems a bit.
Well, I didn't know. Like, I didn't. There were parts like him puncturing the bike tire we didn't know about. Do you know what I mean?
I know.
Some of them we did know about, obviously, because it gets revealed. But him just kind of recapping just how kind of fucked up, just how much he's orchestrated all these different things. I thought
it did seem a little bit out of place to me, that whole thing.
But you
yeah, see,
couldn't-
that seemed rushed to me, whereas like
maybe a
quite a
little bit
lot of
rushed.
stuff was just too slow. But I think the pacing, I think that kind of was what I meant.
it's hard because when would you have told us that he punctured the bike tire? Because that was like, oh, I was very shocked by that, because that's how early this whole thing began, when he barely knew Felix at all. He was already trying to get into there. And how else could you organically have shown that apart from him explaining it? Maybe he didn't need to explain as much as he explained, but I think there's some benefit in talking about some of it, at least.
Yeah, and I did like the sort of petty nature of him waiting so long just to get the mum. I mean, like, it had been like how many years? Like over 10 years or something, wasn't it? Because it was set in 2006 or something originally,
Yeah, it was like
then-
modern day, I think.
And then by like
I think
2023.
so. I'm
wasn't it?
sure one of them was
2023.
wearing a mask or something.
I said it in the newspaper, I think. You know, because he holds up, or she holds up the newspaper to show that Richard
Mhm.
Grant's character had died.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was like modern day at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the pettiness of waiting that long just to get the last person.
That's when it really
Um,
sunk in just how much it was planned and how much I'd been oblivious to it the whole time, which I was, quite like surprised in a pleasant way about. I thought it was very good.
I just made a cat appear out of nowhere.
Wow.
Anything to say? You enjoy the film?
Please let me down.
I've got things to do. I've got places to be. I've got cats to see.
Right, well, should we move on to the following section?
Oh, guys, I haven't pressed record. Imagine. What are we doing next? Are we doing the...
Stone Cold Rank.
Ooh!
Let's go. Let's not go. I'm on the wrong thing.
Oh, this is going to be fun,
Here we
isn't
are.
it, boys?
Song doth play.
We are
We-
here.
We're here. Now we're here.
That's a rank.
Is it another song, or are we leaving it as that?
Let's just do it for fun.
Liam, that song was so fun.
Thank you. That was my special fun gong.
We're ranking. We've finished one band. And if you've not seen those videos, then
It's
Go
because they
watch
haven't
them.
been uploaded.
and they haven't been uploaded.
They're there on the
full video
episode.
has.
Go and watch the episode.
Yeah. We're moving on to another band, Kings of Leon. Now, if you can spot the trend already, then you're a devoted fan of this podcast. We're starting with obviously their first album.
Is that the trend?
Youth.
Sorry? Is that the trend?
For now,
Do you not even know what the trend is?
I don't know what the trend is now.
When we did our first
Fucking hell.
episode,
is that what you're
000,
referring to? I don't
Yeah,
really see that as a
obviously.
trend.
What do you see it as?
It's like a
Pure
call. It's a
luck,
call.
chance.
It's a callback. I don't know. It's not a trend, is it?
No, the
Yeah.
trend of the videos is alluding to that.
Okay.
They're not saying what
Agree
we
to disagree.
said we were saying.
Kings Leon first.
You're just wrong. Youth and Young Manhood. Released 2003.
Wow.
You know, a time that I can't really remember, if I'm honest.
No.
I
So-
do, but only because Gia was born.
I remember every single day.
I do
of that
remember
year.
because I remember Gia coming home from hospital. I can like see
Ah,
that in my brain.
Bring it
So
down.
um, yeah, as a very negative moment. I was no longer a nice single child. Sorry.
Well, just before we get into this, I remember this album from when I was young, purely because my mum and dad bought this in HMV, purely based on hearing Molly's Chambers, and
Wow.
then were very shocked to hear how, well, just what this album is. To be quite honest, it's very
I feel like Molly's Chambers is
southern.
very indicative of what this album is, surely.
It's yeah, but it's a very refined version
Did
of
they
that.
not catch on
I
to
suppose.
the metaphor behind the song?
Well, I don't know.
Oh no.
You know, I won't make conversation.
Well, no, I don't ask them. Do you
Get
want to
'em on.
call them?
Get him on.
Yeah,
Call a
they might
friend.
have more to say.
But yeah, no,
Yeah.
I remember being in the car when that was on, and my mum just being like, "What the fuck is this?" And yeah, so I bet you're glad that I told you that.
So
Let's
happy.
get into it.
Especially in the way you told it. Youth and Young Manhood, King of Leon, 2003, Rock. They're all the Apple facts I've got for you.
Rock.
Starting with the first track, Red Morning Light.
Oh, what a song! FIFA song.
Is it?
Yeah, it was like the main song on FIFA 2004, maybe. I think it would have been too early for FIFA 2003.
It gives big FIFA Street vibes.
No, FIFA 2004. No, I think it was FIFA 2003 because Jerk It Out was FIFA 2004. I'm Fool's Gold. Anyway, it's an old FIFA song. Who cares?
Not us.
It's a great way to open your debut album.
It really is. So true.
Absolutely.
In terms of the rest of the tracks,
I know I'm
I
going
think
to struggle with this so
5-8.
much. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, I'm the same. I think 5-8.
It's one of the
Objectively,
better
probably.
ones, but there are better ones. So
Yeah, objectively, it's probably higher, but subjectively, 5-8.
I do agree with that, actually, to be fair.
that's a solid start.
Right in the
No
middle.
tears thus far.
Right at middle.
Happy Alone up next. This is personal fave. So I'd probably say 2 to 4.
I agree,
Right.
100%. This is one of my favoured on the album.
Nice.
It's definitely, in the top half of this in some manner.
I think I'd be happy with 2 to 4. I think personally I'd probably go 5 to 8, but high. So
High.
yeah, 2 to 4 for now. I kind of forgot how good this was.
What,
I
this
used to
song or this album?
Yeah, no, well,
Oh.
the song itself, because I used to skip it really.
Wow.
I know.
Great energy.
When I was very young, I was like obsessed with Kings of Leon. And I don't know.
But you'd
really do
skip
it
the
for me at the
second
time.
song on the album.
Yeah, but there was other albums.
There's other albums. Oh,
This is the only
what have we
album
got
in
ourselves
2003.
into?
I don't know
Oh,
about.
Jesus. There are more
I
albums.
wasn't listening to Kings of Leon off my own back when I was 5. I'm
Why?
cool. I ain't that cool.
Wow.
Let's.
Mr. India,
This is all a bit of a wasted time, boys. Come on, let's move on. Yeah, it
That
didn't
was a
work.
push.
Yeah, it didn't work.
God, Callum.
This is a solid track, and I don't know. I have got some others that. Oh no, actually,
There are no others better.
no other songs. I don't know. It's either 2 to 4 or 5 to 8 to me. It's a really strong one. I love the energy of this track. And I love the little guitar. The bang, 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 bang. That's a nice little riff that goes on. I can't do the maths yet, but
No, I think
this-
it's 5 to 8 purely based on what's coming.
okay.
But it's so good.
I forgot that things can move, so yeah, I'm alright.
Yeah, we're not locked in. I'm struggling with the same sort of thing, kind of trying to like mentally map this out, and I
Yeah.
really cannot. I'd say for this one, it's bottom half for me, but that could mean it's in the middle.
That is true.
If you to split 5 to 8 right down there, it would be seven
It'd be
and
half five.
7 and below. Is essentially where it would be in my mind. Because I do think it's a decent song. I just don't really care for the song as much, if that makes sense. I like what's going on. I don't like the song.
Wow.
You know?
Yeah. So 5 to 8 then.
5 to
For
8.
now.
Joe's Head.
Now.
Yeah.
Here he is.
This is very
Callum
high for me.
loves Joe's Head.
I do love Joe's Head. No complaints from me. But I'll admit it's probably not the best. But I don't know why. I just absolutely love it. So I'd very much like it to be high, but I'm not gonna.
Listen, I'll have a conversation with you. This is one of those. This is the song on the album that I tend to forget about. But every time I listen to it, I always think, "Fuck, why have I forgotten about this song? It's really good." I love the little diddle-a-doo, diddle-a-doo guitar thing going on, and the sort of continuous nature of the guitar that goes on. So, from that, you probably think, pretty good, pretty solid, and he's gone. He didn't
He's
want
off.
to listen to it.
He's off.
12.
So, let's
No,
just delete
sorry.
this one.
I put it 5 to 8 because of the other songs that I know I'm going to put higher.
I think I agree with 5 to 8. I think it's. I like the song. It just doesn't really, stand out to me in a massive way that I remember it, or even listening to it. I'm not like, this is amazing. It's just a good song.
Yeah.
Do we know if it was ever on the In-Betweeners? Because that riff is very in-betweenery.
Yeah, no,
It is.
Do you know what I mean?
I don't think it was, but
Yeah, I don't think it was. Should have been.
Google it if you want to find out.
No, you're okay.
Ian, what's the next song?
It is Tranny. Short of Transistor Radio. Let's just specify that right now.
It's a bit weird that this isn't the closer. And I think because I'm at the time, this probably was their live closer, I imagine. I feel like I've seen a video where they closed with this before. And sounds like it should be a closer.
Yeah.
Hence why I've mentioned it so much in this short span of time. Great song. I do really enjoy this, but it is a little bit predictable.
It's a bit too repetitive for me, so I guess that's sort of maybe what you're saying, or not?
I agree with all this, and I would, outside of the album context, I probably wouldn't really ever put it on. Which I don't know if that's how we're rating it or what. But
what does that mean, Callum? You know how we're rating it.
No, I know that, but
so you're saying because you wouldn't listen to it other than the album, what, it doesn't deserve to be alive? I don't get what you're trying to say.
But then by proxy, I'd prefer other songs.
Well, then.
No, that's what I'm saying. But I like it, Liam.
It's based on your personal opinion.
Yeah. I'd probably put it 9 to 11, but that feels extremely low. Yeah, that's what I mean.
See, I do enjoy it. It's just
same as what I was trying to put across.
It's just very, like I say, very predictable, very. I don't know, but it does have a charm about it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just because it has dynamics. I don't know.
It's a little bit rough and ready, isn't it? Which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
Because I did notice that this album sounds fantastic in places. Like the mixing's really good, and this one kind of doesn't not sound good. It just feels a bit more alive.
Yeah.
Which is nice, and I agree. It should have been the closer. I think you're spot on there. And I think part of what makes it not kind of really stand out in my mind is that maybe it comes at a bit of a strange time in the album. And then goes into California Waiting. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of shadowed a little bit.
Is this even the closer of the A side?
Probably not.
Yeah,
it depends. I don't. Are all 12 on the record? I bought the record not long ago. I can't remember.
I think Telling the Sky is like a bonus or secret track.
Oh, so is the actual closer Holy Roller and Overkill?
Holy Roller. Yeah, I think so.
So what, Telling the Sky is like a extended edition?
Yeah, if I remember correctly, it was like Holy Roller used to be like a 10-minute thing, and there was like 3 minutes of silence, and then Telling the Sky would kick in.
Well, that probably. I don't know.
I don't know. That could be.
I got the record
version that my.
Oh, there you go.
Track there, it did say there.
I didn't realise I was on here. You were going to see this.
Yeah.
It doesn't say what side they're on.
No, but.
Go on Discogs and have a look.
Anyway,
go on, use a Cal Davies. Have you got it in your collection?
Yes.
That was easy on it.
Oh, the fuck!
There you go. It definitely is on there. Oh, it was
Wait, there were 2 records.
It's a double 10-inch, Cal.
Oh, 12-inch. Have I got the wrong one? Am I?
Yeah. Didn't they release some of their albums as double 10 inches? Is that right? Although it doesn't say 10 inch.
Are you thinking of Kasabian?
I thought Kings Leon did as well. Or did they do it for like one album?
Let me tell you.
Anyway, it is California Waiting is the end of the A side. However you want to split that.
Yeah.
The end of the first.
Weird.
Yeah. Anyway, so Tranny. Anyway, 528. Prepare to move down.
Oh,
I'd say 9 to 11. Prepared to move up. I don't know, but I don't think it's better than the 3 that we've got in 5 to 8 anyway.
I think I would. So let's say 5 to 8.
Me or Cal?
I think I would say it's better than some of the ones we already have in 5 to 8.
Okay. Now,
go on,
Yanni.
Yanni.
I'm prepared to be absolutely shat on here, but California Waiting is my favourite song off this album, and probably favourite Kings of Leon song. And it's one of my favourite songs ever. So I'm going to say number 1 for me. But I do realise it's pretty basic as a song, but I just fucking love it. So there's my soul bed.
Do you have a preference towards the EP version or the album version?
Album, 100%.
Okay. Liam, it's not number 1, is it?
I don't know. I'm going to assume. Go on, Carl. What is number one? Let's.
Oh, we just go straight in there.
Oh yeah, go on. Because
Based on what's left, I'd probably say Genius. I fucking love that song.
I'm sorry, but the rest of the songs on this are everything I'd put below, which doesn't make sense because there's a space left. I know, but
There's 2 spaces left.
2 spaces left. Yeah, so some of it would be moved up, but yeah.
I mean, for me, my only other contender would have been Molly's Chambers, but I think that holds a sweet spot as being. I came to Kings of Leon quite late, and it was only once You Somebody and Sex on Fire out, and so I think Molly's Chambers was the first one of those songs I ever heard by them, so it kind of has always stuck. But I do think California Rain is probably the best song on this album.
Wow. Well, fuck me then, eh?
Fuck you. Well
Yeah,
and truly,
Big
yeah.
time.
Yeah, I do. It is. Yeah, it's a
Thank
big
Christ.
hitter.
I was not prepared to be let down again, so thank you so much for that.
Yeah, I don't really have any issue with it.
Yeah, it's a perfectly fine song. I don't
Oh,
think it's the best on the
aw.
album, but
perfectly
It's a-
fine.
all right, it's a perfectly good song.
At least.
I don't think it's the best on the album, though.
Well,
It's certainly not genius. Genius. Sorry to say.
so, Spiral Staircase. It's possibly 12. Comfortably 9 to 11. But some of these coming up of, one of them's got to be 12. So
This is hard. I like this, but I like the album, so it's
yeah, same.
No, I know, but
Funny enough. We all
Yeah,
do.
go on then. Probably put it 12. Go on.
Well, that's only 2 to 3. I might change my mind when I come to something else in a minute. In fact, no, I think I definitely will change my mind.
I'm moving ahead a little bit, and I think this is 12. Personally, I don't think there's anything below. I think this is my least
Yeah.
interested song
Okay.
on this album.
Yes. Yep. That's fine. I'll allow that. Molly's Chambers 2 to 4
Thanks.
because it needs to
Well,
go there.
100%.
Yep. 100%. This is one of the
Rare occasions where the popular song is actually fantastic.
held up.
There's a reason. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I don't know about held up's the right word, but hasn't got boring.
I do love the sound of this album. Like you
Yeah.
alluded to before, it's obviously sounds live, which isn't really something you hear much at the moment with albums. Everything sounds too refined. But this is like the perfect balance of everything was just recorded perfectly. So like that feeling of like the energy of being live is captured, but it still sounds, like it's gonna bite you.
I've just noticed just before the solo, as I'm listening to it now, the guitar in the left ear slowly fading down.
Yeah.
I've never noticed that before. That's quite funny. And yeah, I agree. I wasn't listening. I was listening to the song because it's great. It slaps. It's a great song. Very good.
Yeah. Genius is next.
Number 1 apparently.
Oh, sorry. We are counting Talahina because it's 12 songs. Genius 9 to 11.
Fucking man.
What? What do you want me to say?
I mean, yeah, 100% 9 to 11.
I don't have the energy to argue, but that's fucking wild.
What's so good about it? Go on, state your case.
I think, honestly,
Yeah, why is it so good
I
about
think there's recency bias for it because I completely forgot it existed until I got, I've got back on my Kings of Leon obsession,
That's
which
what
I
the
do.
moustache is
Which
all
I do.
about.
It is. I'm gonna get a fringe next. I'm not. Yeah, I just completely forgot about it, and I really like it. But I'm not gonna argue because I can't be asked. I wouldn't put it 9 to 11. I think minimum it should be 5 to 8, but that's democracy, baby.
That truly is.
I think based on this though, Red Morning Light should go up.
What?
No.
Oh, there's still one more space, isn't there? See, I'm gonna say, like, I'm just gonna throw this out there. I don't know if I love Wasted Time enough for it to be up there, personally. So that's all I feel might move down, and yeah, I don't think I'd hate Red Moon like going up.
I like Wasted Time.
I prefer
And
Red
more
Morning Light
G-
to Wasted Time.
Me too.
Yeah,
If
well,
one's gonna
apparently
stick
Genius.
up, Genius is 9 to 11.
Okay, put that in there.
That's just the fact,
Let's
guys.
stop.
That's just a fact. Okay.
Stop debating thing. Dusty, always one that I would skip. So I
Yep,
had to
me
actually
too.
listen to it today, and I quite like the vibe of it.
Yeah.
It's it feels like a jam.
Still probably 9 to
But
11.
it is the typical Kings of Leon chord progression of E, F sharp, G sharp, like with the open bottom strings that they use in pretty much every song. Well, not every song, at least one song on each album they've done.
Yeah, it's just the blues, isn't it? This is just the blues.
What it feels like. I'll do like the tone of a lead guitar though, that fuzz, like just breaking up when it's being played. It's nice. But 9 to 11.
Yeah, probably.
I don't think there's enough of a song to kind of justify it being any higher.
Yeah. Holy Roller Novocaine. Little boppy bass line going on in this, and lyrics are great. And the build up with the lyrics and everything into the chorus, really good. However, I prefer Talahina in the Sky. So this would be in
9 to 11, apparently. Based on
No,
what's left, it's either 2 to
something-
4 or 9 to 11. So we've got to move something down. Please don't let it be Joe's head.
I think
Just
if we're
let me have
moving
something.
something down, it should be Wasted Time. But
I don't think it should be 9 to 11 though.
I mean, I'm not. I don't really care for Holy Roller Novocaine.
You know, okay.
No, I'm not mad on it either, to be honest.
So
Let's
it could
get
be-
Well, in
skips.
that case, 9 to 11. Let's save our troubles.
Now, Talahina Sky.
Yeah. Like I said, I really like the song. Although I feel like I prefer a different version of this song.
They play it live once on YouTube, and they're like arguing
in
before
the
it.
stadium.
Yeah.
Wherever it is. However, I mean, the song's the song, and I do like it.
I could see this in 2 to 4.
I do like the Life Goes By with the harmonies, and it just works really nice. Yeah, 2 to 4.
I could see it in 2 to 4,
kinda-
or I could see this, I could see Red Moon Light up on 2 to 4. And this
I
is
think
in
probably.
Pathway.
I think probably that for me.
Oh, great. I wish I'd said
I
that.
don't want to move Red Wine Light. To be honest, no.
Talahina Sky is fantastic though, so I'm happy if that's in 2 to 4. To be honest.
Oh, we'll put it there then. There we go. Sorted.
It was one that I do forget about because it was
Yeah,
the
fair.
secret track. So it's nice that it's now its own entity.
The first rule of Talahina Sky is don't talk about Talahina Sky. You've never seen Fight Club, have you?
No.
Are you? Is that true? You've never seen Fight Club?
Or maybe I have. I just don't talk about it.
Listen,
I haven't seen
you've
it.
mentioned a few times about Talahina Sky being a secret song.
But it's very present, isn't it? It's very
I mean,
there.
it's listed on the back of the album.
Yeah, but that's probably a repress though, isn't it?
Yeah, Liam.
That's a fair
Just
point.
suck it.
Do you think they would do that?
Well, they've done it on Spotify, yeah.
They repressed.
It
the
was
vinyl.
originally released on 210 inches, by the way. I knew I was right about that. Motherfuckers.
Fair play.
Oh, so glad you've righted
In
yourself.
fact, that was
And-
Benny now.
And it wasn't on the back of that one, so you are right about that. So we've all been right in one way or another. It's give and take. Give and take.
And that is the first rank of the Kings of Leon albums.
Leon?
We're not going to do the B-sides for Kings of Leon.
I thought that. Are there many?
Most of them are like live versions of the songs anyway, you know that, and I just...
Well, a lot of
Yeah.
them have. Well, I don't know about a lot of them, but Come Around Sundown has the extended one on here now, Celebration. So when we come to that, we can include that in the album.
I can't say they're a band I've ever really cared about B-sides on.
No, not me really.
Who has the time? Who has the time? Anyway, we're moving on from that.
Yeah,
We are.
I'm excited to do a Heart Shake Heartbreak. It's probably the album I listen to least. Obviously, obviously, other than Walls and Mechanical Bull and When You See Yourself.
Oh, it's gonna be fun when we get to there, isn't it?
Yep.
You thought the car was hard.
But yeah, out of the first 5, this is the one I listen to the least. But I've really not come around.
You've come around.
Sundowned.
Because obviously I liked it. But yeah, I'm excited. Let's move on to the next part.
Let me
please.
spoil something for you, by the way. I really haven't listened to a Heart Shake Heartbreak much as a full album.
What?
Yeah, I just don't come to Kings of Leon much. Those first 3 albums have got some great stuff, but they just don't. They're not completely, my tempo.
Liam, please watch between now and next episode the Hammersmith live video.
I shan't.
No, honestly, mate,
You probably won't.
it'll make you so sad at what Kings of Leon are now, even more so than you already are,
So why am I doing that?
because they were so good.
Yeah, I get it.
Long-haired Caleb in a
Caleb.
yeah, I don't know why I said like that, in a vest. It's just so good.
I love vests as well. Fuck. Hot off the press. Hot off the press. No jingle.
Ding dong.
Here we are.
All right.
Did you have something else to talk about?
Oh, but we have a jingle. Where's the
Yeah,
jingle?
We do have a jingle there.
We don't have a jingle.
Yeah.
We haven't had the hot off the press jingle since starting OBS.
Oh,
So that shows how much you've been paying attention.
that's thrown me off.
Because we don't actually have sections. That's not, what we should be doing.
No,
Apart
but
from
why
the
did you
sections that we
specify?
have.
Well, we don't. You're both being thick here. We don't. Apart from Rankoff
No, that
and
rank
Album
wasn't a
Spotlight.
section.
Apart from Rankoff and Album Spotlight, which I've just
apart
said
from the
before you said it.
Courting are back. It's been a long time. Were they back before we
They were.
recorded this? Okay.
Yeah,
So we already know that
Flex had come out.
The song is called Throw, I believe.
Yeah.
It is.
Not Throw, I believe it's called Throw. And I believe that it's called Throw because I don't have it in front of me. Am I right?
You are correct.
Yeah.
I'm over it. I'm over them.
Caught in
Wow.
as an entity?
I'm over them now.
That was a
Now-
quick 2-word review there. Scathing.
Now, I don't know if you want to touch on it now. I mean, I'm bringing it up, so it
Go on.
feels stupid to avoid it until later. But me and you, Liam, we went to see them.
You and I.
Yes, you and I.
Were you disappointed
see-
not to see the throwbacks?
You and I. They didn't turn
You
up,
know-
apparently.
Felt like a scam.
Didn't turn up.
Free ticket, it was a scam.
Yeah. It took time, and time's valuable to some people. It was a decent gig, good energy, I suppose. There were a few technical problems apparently. I didn't really pay attention to that, if I'm honest.
Well, the biggest one was he completely lost his voice after about 3 songs.
That
Yeah,
is
there
quite
was that.
technical.
It's pretty technical. So he did say that they weren't able to play one of the new songs because he just wouldn't have been able to sing it. So they ended up playing a bunch of the old ones, and the crowd sang most of it. It was a good fun gig, a fun time. Absolutely not the best time we've seen him,
No.
but can't complain that much for a free ticket. And also the support act, which were a 4-piece string, 4 or 5-piece string band outside in the courtyard. Fantastic. Doing all the covers of all the hits, Tears for Fears, everyone, all the covers you need
Tears for Fears and everyone.
from a band with a fiddle, a mandolin, a double bass, and a guitar. What else do you want? I feel like there's another instrument, Yanni. Maybe. But what else do you need?
You don't. They were fantastic.
So,
Highlights.
going back to the song, Yanni, why are you over it, bro?
Because I don't really care for the song, and I didn't care for the last song
So you've
either.
just completely written them off after loving the first album.
Well, I mean, I've gone back to it now and then, that album, but I don't know if I love it at this point.
That's weird.
It's got some really good songs on it, but I've really not found myself revisiting it.
Well, I revisit it very frequently, and I found myself skipping Uncanny Valley Forever and PDA.
Yeah.
Which is a shame because I really like Uncanny Valley Forever. I could just never be arsed with it. This song, I listen to semi-frequently. It's so shit, but I really like it. So do with that what you will.
I mean,
Heavy.
let me
Yeah.
just respond to your talking about guitar music with saying I also skip PDA and the first song every time I listen to it.
Yeah, cosplay. Yeah, take it or leave it.
Just because
Really.
I feel like I don't really need them to enjoy it, but the 5
No.
or 6 songs in between, I'm
That would
having
be
a great time.
the best EP ever.
Yeah, sincerely, incredible. But Throw, yeah, I feel like the more I'm listening to it, the more I'm kind of coming round on it. It's just a fun song, but it's really not like mind blowing in a particular way. If you think of it as kind of similar in style to Jumper, for example, but like Jumper was just better, just generally better.
Yeah.
I prefer the sound on the first album than this. I think the kind of over heavy, kind of busted-y trying to sound thing is just not doing it for me massively.
No, I think I said.
Tunes
I don't care about the
annoy
audio.
me.
No, that doesn't
annoy
bother
me.
me either. I think I said in the group chat, if this was one of the first or second songs they released without hearing guitar music, I would have discarded this band very quickly.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a shame to say, considering how much at the time, loved guitar music. I still do.
I think if these came out before guitar music, I'd be buzzing for guitar music. But because guitar music came out first, it just feels like a step backwards. Not a bad step, just not in the right direction. Don't think they sprained their ankle.
Yeah.
They're still on steady feet, but they're down the hill.
Bit of a weird analogy.
Well, yeah, make of it what you will.
The Smile, Liam's second favorite band in the whole entire world, are back.
Bold statement.
With a Wall of Eyes. It's not reinventing the Smiles wheel, but it's making me very happy. It's good, isn't it?
It's very good. I
think that's the way to describe it, I suppose.
I quite like this slightly more ethereal direction they're going over the first album, and this one definitely fits into that. And it's just a good soundscape. They just can make good sounds. And
I love the video as well. Sorry to cut across you.
I ain't seen it. So the one with them like at a table and there's loads of them.
Yes.
Maybe
Your mic is doing some horrendous shit today.
Please get your hand off the thing because it's pissing me off as well.
All right. Well, I can speak up.
Yeah, no. Honestly, the watch the video. It's good. It's very good.
Just genius everywhere.
Oh, it's called PTA in it.
PTO, yeah. Paul Thomas
PTA.
Anderson.
PTA.
Yeah, it was an inside
It was a joke because
P-
he did it wrong in the
PTA,
group
mate.
chat, didn't he?
Inside joke.
Liam, it's PTA.
Yanni's
You know
broke. Yanni's broken. So
This song bored me, if I'm honest. I've actually put The Smile more like the snooze fest.
I think the thing is, that's all well and good. I bet this album fucking slaps when it comes out, and not
I hope it does.
because of songs like this altogether. Do you know what I mean? That's the thing, is the album is going to be just a great time in the worst possible way. And I can fully understand how a single like this is kind of like, and what? Because that's exactly how I felt about the Smile singles before I got into Radiohead. So when we first covered those first Smile singles, I thought, I don't fucking get what's going on here. What's the point? Now, after listening to Radiohead and revisiting that album in full, I get it. It makes sense. And I think
how do you feel about there being a second Smile release in succession rather than there being a new Radiohead project? Are you bothered?
Fine. Don't care. To be honest, I don't want them to fuck up the return. After Moonshine Pool, I feel like I don't know what they're gonna. I feel like these feel like natural progressions from. What are you shaking heads at?
Your mic is doing a madness.
Oh,
bro.
I'm actually not doing anything now.
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Nothing's happening, so I'm not sure why. Oh, hang on.
Da-da.
Liam has stopped.
I'm very aware
Just
of.
talk, wasn't
Okay, yeah, no, I was gonna say I'm listening to the song in the background, so I was unaware that there was so much silence.
Hello. Sorry, I was just
I think
getting
that's
some,
enough on this
I was
album.
getting
On
some
this song.
sort of just feedback or something. What was the?
Oh.
Sorry, I was just saying I don't want him to. The Smile stuff feels like a natural progression from Moonshaped Pool. That like I'm glad he's getting out of the system, not in Radiohead, because I want the next album to be something different, as is Radiohead. You know.
Yeah, fair enough.
As a long time, lifelong fan, that's what I want from him. So.
Talking of a lifelong fan of a band, Everything. The Mad Stone.
Better something, innit? Or better not.
It's funny you should say you're a lifelong fan, because I'm really not a fan of this song.
Wow.
Maybe.
I think it's one of the worst songs that they've released for this album so far.
100% agree with that.
Definitely in the bottom two, for sure.
100%, yeah.
It's just it sounds so typical of it's just so generic.
It does, but I also wouldn't expect that from Everything. So it seems different.
I know what you're saying by that. However, it doesn't quite make up for it. I feel like there
fair.
are parts of this song that are pretty cool. Like the pre-chorus into the chorus.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah.
Is all pretty alright, but then also that doesn't go very far. And I've got to say, I think I'm already bored of the theme that this album's given me of mountains and shit. Do you know what I mean? And rocks and emojis or whatever. Do you know what I mean? It just I don't get it. It just feels completely uninspiring, unlike the last album.
Maybe could have done with a bit longer a break.
Yeah, maybe.
They are relentless, aren't they?
Yeah.
Be fair to them.
Yeah, like fucking waterboarding. Talking of waterboarding.
I love you, Everything.
What's he gonna say here now?
I don't know. I haven't got anything. I don't feel that badly about anything. I wish there was something bad on it for me to fucking throw under the bus there. Come.
Well, I want to pick it up again with a good thing. So I'll pick a thing that wasn't that bad. And that Bleachers song, whatever it's called.
Almond Matter.
Almond Milk, yeah. It was alright. I mean,
Yeah. This is a very
track, but,
it's very you can see where like the 1975 stuff comes in, and it's like you can see that it was a bit. Liam, you're gonna probably hate me for this because you actually listen to them.
Please.
Bon Iver, please do the honors.
Bon
Iver.
Thank you. It was just a little bit in that vein.
Yeah,
but it was very
last album, Bon Iver.
Which is very 1975. But that's not a bad thing.
Try hard though. It's not real shit.
Maybe.
It's not Justin Vernon.
No.
I liked Lana Del Rey's vocals.
Yeah.
It was a nice time.
Yeah, I like it when it's like a big artist, but they're very minimal within a song, so they don't feel like important.
But then it also.
Well, she's not even listed as a feature.
But it does also then just feel a little bit like pointless. I wouldn't say it's discernibly her. I feel like a lesser known artist could have filled that spot very easily and also.
Yeah, but if you've got Lana's number, you're gonna call her.
Yeah, I get that.
I'd be bugging her night and day.
It just feels a bit wanky to me, that a little bit. To be like, I can get Lana and not even she doesn't even have to ask a label. You know what I mean?
At least it's not Taylor Swift, eh?
I mean,
don't be silly.
Every day, that's a good thing.
Can I just say, right?
Go on.
In defence of our taste swizzle, Lydia and I the other day were just cutting about house. I don't know what we're doing, just living.
Cutting about
house. And we listened to Taylor Swift all day. I'd say all day, an hour or two.
Hell on earth.
On just like
she's got some bangers.
This is Taylor Swift, and fucking great songs, guys. Really great. So many that I didn't even know were hers. I've heard in Morrison's, never knew they were hers. She's got some that are very irritating because they're overplayed, and some that aren't good, categorically not good, but many, many good songs. And I would say that the whole of Folklore is a great album.
Mate, Wildest Dreams, of 1989. I'll swear by that song till the day I die.
She's got some great tunes. A very, very unique way of writing music, lyrically especially, and is underrated and is marred by the fact that all her fans are 7-year-olds, and that inherently becomes irritating. But I think she's a great girl, and I wish her all the best. Best of luck.
Still falling.
Best of luck with it. She's still falling.
Safe landing, Taylor.
But anyway, Bleachers. I've seen a lot of chatter about this one, that they think that this is going to be the last Bleachers album. I don't care
Is that why
about
it's
that.
called Bleachers?
Yeah, apparently that's an homage to another band that did something similar. But although it made me realise, I don't think I've ever heard a Bleacher song before these ones. So
No.
I've heard about them for
Lucky you.
years. They feel very LA teenage to young adult music.
Yes.
They
That
seem,
is-
Nailing that.
Yeah.
from absolutely no knowledge, they seem very akin to Wallows. I bet you they have a very similar
Sure.
demographic of fans.
Sure. Yeah.
I don't want to be part of it.
Sure,
But
for men,
basically,
yeah.
where someone in the band is slightly related to someone much more famous in some way, and so those people that are into those bigger artists and want to be a little bit cooler in LA, only in LA as well, by the way, it's completely into LA. They get into that band because it seems a bit cooler, and that's where I'm going with that.
That's where he's going with it.
That's where I'm going with it.
We
Talking
me
of,
and Cal had. Hey, moving on.
sorry, go on, what were you gonna say?
Me and Cal had the
Misfortune.
chance of working with someone who was a big fan of your boy Jack Antonoff and Bleachers. And
Did we?
yes, and I remember listening to them at the time just because this person mentioned them and thinking, I don't see it.
I have
don't
no
enjoy it.
idea who you
Right,
are.
I'll
A
tell you
producer,
about that.
maybe.
Yeah,
I'm
producer.
assuming
Yeah.
you're saying you worked with them. It's
Mhm.
not going to be someone in Morrison's. My link was going to be to DJO next, as another one of those kinds of artists who's famous for another reason other than music, and therefore becomes popular in music. And
Indeed.
these D-sides, as they have been dubbed by Joe, are weird, aren't they?
They are
Yeah.
weird,
Funky.
borderline pointless, but
Well-
also very good.
Okay.
I didn't need them, and I would have liked it if they were more
Um,
fully formed to be
I was
something.
going to say, listen, that song.
That could have been something great.
If you actually wrote lyrics for that, it would have been a stonker.
Yeah.
Because the
Um,
music is great.
Fun fact: Mr. Arnoutis produced Ugly Fisherman. Relentless arpeggiator. Shit joke. Only Yanni will get that. But
I don't even get it. What?
no, it was just a
What?
lot of arpeggiating.
Okay.
It was just a
Who's
really
Arnoutis?
shit niche joke from our music tech teacher in sixth form who couldn't say arpeggiate. He said arpeggiate, and it was really annoying.
It would have
And
helped
it
as a
made me and
joke
Yanni laugh.
if you'd have said it like that. I think that would
I
have
did.
helped.
I did. I said arpeggiating
Okay.
in my best Greek American
actually-
accent that I could do.
It was Greek American, wasn't it? Brilliant.
I really like Ugly Fisherman, and I like
What about
Listen as
Pretty
well.
Ones?
Yeah, Ugly Fisherman hat.
That's it, yeah. I was,
Yeah. Thanks, mate.
I was right there.
It's really cool, and I just wish that he did something more with them rather than them just being throwaway, because they could have been very good.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Fair.
Yeah, it's all round. Wow, fantastic
yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
Ian,
it's-
what's next?
Mr. Grian Chatton of Fontaines, Dublin City.
That was actually, it was like he was in
Thank
the
you.
Skype call.
Yeah. I
was
saw
very
I
good.
saw the Barry
Raise a
Cogan
glass.
interviews of
He's
him.
not dead, but raise a glass for him.
There's a glass. Empty glass. Says Grian.
It's nice to hear Green chatting on something that I care about.
You care about this song?
No, I care about his part in it.
He's here with
the
Kneecap.
the rest of it, nah.
He's here with Kneecap, the boys from Belfast. Another.
Oh, wow,
Look at
crossover.
this.
Wow.
I'm reaching across the border.
It
you know?
can be done. It can be done.
I'm reaching across the border. As are they with Better Way to Live. Listen, it's an odd one. and
Yep.
I kind of like it. I think you kind of like it.
Yeah.
I like the groove. I get into
I like the groove. I really don't care about Kneecap's part in terms of vocals. I don't know if I assume they've done the music,
Yeah. They will have.
which is good. Green and Chatton's vocals work really well on this type of music. Will I ever come back to it once it's removed from our Hot Off the Press 23 playlist? Probably not.
I added it to my main playlist.
Wow.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'll probably be skipped for the rest of the time.
I think Green's parts, his voice sounds really good. It really suits him. I kind of wish he maybe have done more, other than sing the same
It
old
is
song.
just it is the same
chorus over
thing,
and over
but
again.
4 times, isn't it?
But I also really like the chaps from Kneecap's verses, because I just like things in different languages that feel like I'm half understanding what's going on and not, because there were some English words in there as well. And I like the challenge, I like to challenge myself, to better myself as a human being, to reach across borders and send love, not loss.
Lime Garden, I Want to Be You, latest single from forthcoming album, whose name none of us know. What?
So not
A slap,
shoes or
innit?
socks or something like that?
Yeah, Shoes and Socks. It's a slapper, this song.
Yeah, it's really grown on me. Not that I didn't like it in the first place, but it's like really grown on me.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, really interesting insight there, Callum.
Well, no one else has added anything, so fuck
You were
off.
halfway through speaking.
No, that was clearly an end to my sentence. The open-ended,
I
yeah.
don't think so.
The open-ended, yeah. How more definitive do you want it?
Hey, boys.
Yeah.
Come on. Keep it clean.
Listen, we're all friends here. Fools around. The album's called One More Thing. Some not socks. Yeah, great song. Great song. Really feels very nostalgic. It feels very like 2011.
Nostalgic. Yeah.
2011.
You said it in what?
2021.
First time.
Feels very 2011. To me, 2012, something like that. 2012. And just a good time. Yeah, it just feels warm. Feels nice. Feels like it'd be great to hear at a festival.
Warm. Yes.
And better than the last song they put on. in my
Love
opinion.
song.
Love Song, that was fucking great.
No, there's one been on between that, wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
no,
there
there
has
was
been.
one before that, was it not?
Oh yeah, sorry,
Love Song was the last one.
nepotism.
Is the album out?
Do you know what? I just feel like this song has been around for ages. I think I was referring to this song, but I like it more than I did when it first came out. Clearly, that's funny.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy. Are we all done on that one?
I'm all done on them all, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, same. To be fair.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably only got.
And if you are going to mention anything else, I'm going to shit on it.
Yeah,
so.
I'm
See, like, I
only
really
negative,
do
yeah.
apologise to all our dedicated listeners and viewers for our infrequent episodes. But even when we leave it for 3 weeks, there's about 5 things we want to talk about. So it's not our fault.
Yeah, things are dry this time now.
I'm not going to lie to you. Other than probably a few ranks, you're probably not going to hear from us until we do the Christmas episode. I'll be honest. It's probably not going to happen.
Mm.
So,
Yeah,
but
Dave,
our Christmas episodes are always fun to be a part of. So,
Yeah, totally.
lots of
Liam
fun
will
ahead.
be naked on that episode.
is
He's
that-
already promised us.
Oh, is that the one? Okay.
You remember you said?
Yeah, doing an Oliver from Saltburn. All in the
yeah.
camera. Yeah.
So see us there or see us before. Who knows? We do.
Yeah.
So there will be square.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here, guys. We love you. Subscribe.
Merry
like,
Christmas.
comment.
Ding that fucking bell.